For my newer viewers and for those who are not in the Kanika community, this is not for you. You may want to shut it off. This is for those in the YouTube streets, for those Kanika, J4K people. We all come on here with a purpose. Back in September. And that was to get justice for Kanika. And some of you may remember me on G's panel, almost in tears, because of some stuff with Tay and fake news tubers. While on that panel, I said that I was trying to hire somebody, an ex-FBI person, private investigator, and I needed X amount of dollars. I realized that week that most of the people who were J4K were bullshit. Do you think anybody reached out? Hey, I want to help with that. No. So that whole narrative is bullshit. What started as a noble cause, as really wanting to help that kid get some justice, turned into how many views can I get? How many subs can I get? And people will deny that and say, it's never been about that for me. Yeah, it has. Yes, it is. Now there are teams. If you talk to this one, they don't want you in that chat. Or you're fake, or you're a troll, or you're an op, or you're this. How old are you people? Something really wrong with you. You need to look internally. We've made up stories about people. We've edited, photoshopped, just absolutely crazy stuff. For what? To discredit people? For what? What have you gained from that? Nothing. And it's constant. The receipts. I hate that word. How did you get those receipts? Because you sit around and screenshot chats and record videos. Somebody else's video. Who does that? Then you make a video to out people. Do you know the statistics for kids who kill themselves over cyberbullying? And why would you think adults are much different than that? They're not. Adults have issues too. Depression, anxiety. You don't know what somebody's been through. My main reason for coming on here, somebody put up a website of Controlla when she was just a teenager and used some photographs of her. According to her, you would have to dig like 17 pages on Google. I wouldn't even know what to put in. Controlla naked? Like, what? But Bombshell Reloaded found it and showed it on a live video. Now, granted, she's taken it down. And she said the reason she did it is so the controller would know she's done with her. Done with her? I don't think you understand the definition of the word done. Because this is the opposite of done. You started something. Like, have you ever watched Controlla's videos? Do you think she's going to take this laying down? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. And nothing the Controlla did to you warranted what you did. And I will say, some people have dragged you through the mud, but you were right all up in there. Come on. The male guy, I don't even want to say his name, because I don't need him coming for me, because he wouldn't want me coming for him. But you know who I'm talking about. Name starts with a W. You were his friend. You were his friend. Fake news tubers. You were her friend. Controlla. You were her friend. Or thought you were her friend. Didn't Jen and Jay, like, call Controlla to warn her, those are your friends. Think about that for a minute. What is going on that your friends are doing this? And look at all the beefs. All these people were friends before. A lady's name who begins with an E. I won't say her name. She's beefing with people who were her friends. Other people, Chosen and the other person, they're no longer friends. It's insane. It's insane. These YouTube beefs, these YouTube streets, the receipts, like it's totally, if my daughter, she's 12, if she acted like this, I would beat her ass. Because it's immature. It's immature for a 12-year-old. Never mind 25, 35, 45, 55 years old. It makes no sense. And part of me thought all of this was for views, the beefs, but I don't think so. I think people are so immature and insecure within themselves that this really occupies their mind all the time. Oh, she said something about me. I'm going to go dig up her past and I'm going to expose her. Do you know how many exposing videos I've seen since this Kanika community started? I can't even count them. Really solid person with a decent following. He was a voice of reason in all of this. But I started to catch on. He always tried to seem very neutral. But he always had those receipts. Interesting. So I stopped watching. If you guys aren't catching on to all of this, you need to really do some self-examination. It doesn't take much to figure all this out. It's for fucking views. It's for subs. People are on Patreon getting paid. For what? For, are you teaching me something? Am I going to school? Am I getting an education? No. What is this about? They've sucked people in to the point where you think you're like part of a cyber gang. You're not. You're just another person, man. And people have feelings. And they have pasts. And they've been through trauma. Like, get your fucking shit together. You cannot dig into these people's lives and then put them on camera. I hope Controller takes this wherever it needs to go. Because what was done, I don't care if it was out of anger. It was wrong. It was so wrong. And she's no more right for talking crazy about how Bombshell looks. And Bombshell, I understand. You don't want people talking about you? Pick that fucking camera up. Recording like this is not a good look. Just pick it up. It's not hard. You're upset that people are talking about, like, who cares? Don't expose people's lives and their weaknesses. It's horrible. It's bullying. You should be ashamed. All of you should be ashamed. Like, my daughter sometimes hears me listening and she's like, Mom, seriously? What are you listening to? Who are these people? And I get embarrassed. I'm like, oh, Jesus, she's right. I shouldn't even be listening to this shit. If my little kid knows that y'all are a hot ass mess and you don't know it, that explains a lot, y'all. This is the first, last, and only time I'll ever address it. But really, take a look and realize we came here for Kanika and we've turned this into a fucking clown show. We should be ashamed. We really should.